What's going on, everybody? It's the Bulls Show, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a injury update for the Bulls and the Washington Wizards ahead of our game very early on in the morning against the Washington Wizards. And of course, I'm assuming that means it's going to be an afternoon game for you guys. So all things considered, we'll talk about the big injury update for the Wizards and I guess what that means for them as well as for the Bulls as well. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show. Turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and whether or not you think we can walk away with a big victory against the Washington Wizards. Now, before I go any further, again, just to reiterate an announcement I've already said previously, but I will say once again, due to obviously returning to university and the classes that I may have to take, unfortunately the game reaction for the Washington Wizards game will be delayed. It will not come right after the game or even remotely close to the game. Now, again, I'm sure most of you understand the reasons why. I've already mentioned the reasons why in this video as well. So, again, it's just something that I'm going to have to take game by game. Some games it will be after the game. Other times it simply will not be. And that's just something that I've got to have to deal with. And unfortunately, that means you guys will have to deal with it as well. Look, again, if I could change the timetables, I would. Unfortunately, I cannot. So I got to stick with what I have to do in many ways. So, it is what it is. But I'm sure you guys understand. Most of you guys will understand nonetheless. So now let's get started on the injury report. Starting off with the Chicago Bulls side of things, we have a new injury to talk about, and his name is Goran Dragic. He's been listed as day-to-day for quite a while now in relation to the Chicago Bulls. Well, we've got an update that he's listed as out against the Washington Wizards. There's no real reason or recollection why he's been listed as out, but he has been listed as out for the Bulls. So disappointing in that regard. But again, with the addition of Patrick Beverley, how we've managed to change the lineup a little bit. Goran Dragic didn't actually play in the last game either. So, look, I think in terms of whether or not the Bulls players get foul trouble and whatnot, he could be a huge miss for this team. For example, Patrick Beverley gets in foul trouble, and then or someone gets in foul trouble. Then Goran Dragic is a very great player to have on your bench that can come in and give you some extra minutes and bolster up the offense a little bit while he's on the floor. But for the most part, we don't really play him a lot. So again, it won't be the biggest miss in the world, but at the same time, in circumstances, we might miss Goran Dragic in that game against the Washington Wizards. But outside of that, Javonte Green is still listed as out, Lonzo is still listed as out. Those are things that are just not new and we've already known about. Moving into the Washington Wizards side, they also have one injury update, but it's a pretty big one, ladies and gentlemen. Due to knee soreness, if I'm not mistaken, Kristaps Porzingis has been listed as out for Washington to play against the Chicago Bulls. Now, I believe we've already versed them once without Porzingis, if I'm not mistaken. We versed them at one stage with 3 of their best players out of the lineup. And I can't remember how that game actually went. If I'm not mistaken, I think we won that game, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was a close win by any stretch of the means. Well, I should say a big win. It was a close game, I think. But nevertheless, Porzingis, what that means is, I'm assuming because again, their center is out. He's 7'3". Maybe Daniel Gafford will be playing in this game as well. But they might go a little bit smaller in terms of their style of play, which means that that could be an opportunity for the Bulls to capitalize on. Again, very similar to how the Brooklyn Nets played. Nicholas Claxton is their really big center, but outside of that, they like to play a little bit smaller. Now, I don't see that with the Wizards. I actually think they play better when they play bigger. But with Kristaps Porzingis out of the lineup, what you saw in the last game against Washington is they went small. And I think the Bulls matched them going small as well. So, yeah, look, a bit of a tough predicament for the Washington Wizards. They're going to have to make some big adjustments if they want to walk away with a win against the Chicago Bulls. Again, I expected the Bulls to win this game regardless. Hopefully, we still can win this game because we have to start winning our home games. This is a big game against the Wizards. I believe the winner will climb over each other in terms of the standings. Right now, we sit behind the Washington Wizards. I think they're in 10th spot, if I'm not mistaken, and we're in 11th. If we win this game, we can climb over the Washington Wizards. So it's a huge game for the Bulls, and I expect them to deliver. They have no other choice. There is no other way to describe it. It's a wasted opportunity if we lose. You can't lose at home anymore. We just don't have that time and that energy to continue to waste games at home. So I'm expecting the Bulls to win. Might be, again, look, you never know what you're going to get from the Bulls on a consistent basis. That's how I see it. But this is just one game they simply can't disappoint in. They just can't. They don't have many chances left to continue to waste these opportunities. So that's where my stance is between the Bulls and the Wizards. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.